I think we go straight into this top story because this is what so many people are following locally, but all around the country, even the world now, because it is making national news. It is the Nancy Guthrie search. It is continuing. And TMZ just a little bit ago posted some new video.
Right.
Now, this is not video. I think it's important to point out this is not video from Nancy's front door. It is surveillance video from a doorbell camera from about 6.5 miles away from Nancy's home. But this is weird. It is a guy. He backs up to the front door. He clearly does not want to be seen on the camera. Now, there is one little shot that you're going to see. Yeah. Now, he winds up getting chased away. We should go ahead and bring in TMZ.
Absolutely.
Brandon Cork joins us with some more details. I saw this video and immediately I thought, oh, is this Nancy's house? Not Nancy's house, but it's not too far away. And they're having people go through their cameras over the last month and just look for anything like this dude right here, right?
Right. The FBI is asking anyone and everybody in the area to be looking at their cameras, whether that be their Ring doorbell camera, the Nest camera from January 1st to January or all the way to February 1st, the early morning hours, obviously, when Nancy Guthrie was taken. This new specific video that's come out, obviously, you see the face and the head blurred in the video, but this is 6.5 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home. And this specific video was posted on the Ring Neighbors app on January 23rd. So that's about 7 days before Nancy Guthrie was taken in the early morning of February 1st. And we talked to a high-ranking official in the FBI, and they tell us that this is absolutely being looked at right now. We know that the person that was inside of the home said that this man came up to the home, rang the doorbell, obviously saw the camera, unclear if that's what he was doing when he saw the camera, but then backed away immediately upon being seen, and then he fled the scene with the dogs barking and everything. Again, a week before, they're looking at everything. You really can't put it past them right now.
So here's my question for you, Branson. Why is his face blurred? This guy's clearly up to no good. He does look like he has dark hair and a dark goatee, which is kind of what they said they were looking for. But why did they put this video out with his face blurred?
Well, you have to be very careful, obviously, with identification purposes, because if someone is not involved in the case whatsoever, it could be a conflict of interest. It could be very dangerous for that person. We know that the last video that we got sent to us yesterday, the second video of this other man going up to the gate, this was just, I believe, 20 minutes before Nancy Guthrie was believed to be taken on the timeline. This other video, not far from her as well, they also blurred it because this person could be cleared at some point. Right now, we're told by FBI that person as well is still being looked at. That video is still in play, as well as this one. And of course, the other person who was detained for several hours and then released after questioning the delivery driver recently, which they had a lead on apparently. They have to be very careful with identification purposes.
I think I understand that if like the other guy I think he was throwing trash away or something like that. Like that one makes sense. For me, this guy's clearly up to no good. So, I'm just curious in that case. As far as what happened yesterday, when we were on the post, we saw that huge white tarp go up in front of the family, the tent right here that you see. And then it later came down. What did we learn about that? What was going on during that time?
Right, so they put up this tent above the porch area for a temporary time during the day. It is believed that they were doing some testing, forensic testing, under that tent. I can't say everything they were doing under there because we don't have that information right now, but it's believed that they were testing the blood that was on that porch area in the front. As we know, they found blood on the inside of the home and on the outside of the home, and there is footage of that blood on the front of the home, and it was confirmed that it belonged to Nancy. I don't know exactly why they were looking at that area again, but when it comes to forensic testing, they have to create that environment, and that's why that tent came up and then came up shortly after that. But they are also looking at that glove that is shortly down the road, the black latex glove that is still pending DNA testing right now as well.
And speaking of that, can you speak at all to these alleged conflicts that are going on with the glove between the Sheriff's Department and the FBI, that there's allegedly some kind of disagreement happening between them?
Right. So the disagreement that we know about in terms of details is that the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff District are completely clashing right now over how this testing of DNA is being handled. We know the FBI wants to send it to their offices for testing, and the Pima County Sheriff District wanted to send it off to Florida for testing. So there's a clash among the investigation in terms of how each department feels this should be handled. We were talking about it this morning. In terms of the FBI, you know, in movies, when the FBI shows up, you've seen it, they come in, they kind of just take over the investigation. That's how it usually works. And usually the sheriff department and the FBI, it's very possible to come to heads, to clash over this, because there are so many people working on this that they all have different opinions on where things should go in terms of the investigation.
Well, and they all want to be the one to solve the case, so much so that the FBI has now increased the reward, and maybe that's helping because they're getting a ton of leads right now.
Right, and yesterday they actually released a statement, the FBI giving a detailed description, confirmed description of the alleged suspect in that first video that went around of the masked man walking up to Nancy Guthrie's home. They said that it's believed to be 5'9" to 5'10" in terms of height. And I meant to say that as well with the tent. They were also testing, they believe to be the height of the person by using the porch. And again, 5'9" to 5'10". A male is the gender they are saying right now, and as well, they were able to confirm the backpack that was on his person. We know they were looking at the items on him, 3 items specifically: the backpack, the clothing, and then also the holster on his body as well, because these are all paths for them. Each item can lead them to another clue, another lead.
And the backpack is allegedly only sold at Walmart, right?
A
Walmart Ozark hiking trail backpack, yes.
Yeah, that reward now increased to $100,000 by the FBI. I know you guys have been in contact. Well, somebody's been contacting you and has been asking. It's not the person who took Nancy, but it is someone who says they know who took Nancy, who basically is asking for 1 Bitcoin, which is about what, $68,000. But they basically want to out. Yeah, they basically want to be the person. They're saying, if you give us that, we'll tell you who took Nancy. Any more developments in that?
Well, we got 2 notes this week, one on Wednesday, which is the first one from this person that claims to know information about the suspect, claims to know the identity of the suspect, and said that if we give them 1 Bitcoin, they will reveal the identity of the suspect. And then on Thursday morning, just after 8 o'clock Pacific time in the morning, they sent us another note saying, through our tip line, saying, I am not being taken seriously. That's the quote. And then gave reasons as to why they're asking for the Bitcoin, and also alluded to the fact that the situation has changed from Wednesday to Thursday. I can't give too many details about that specifically. The FBI has all of this. They are investigating it, but they did mention that the Bitcoin is for them to lay low, quote, lay low, in case they need to hide back in fear of potential retaliation of the suspect by revealing their identity.
You know, Branson, you guys cover a lot of these stories. Is it weird to be part of the story? Like to have these, you know, to be watching your emails and watching, having to talk with the FBI. Like, I mean,
kind of behind the scenes.
It seems very, very different in this case.
Let me tell you, I mean, I'm glued to my computer screen just in the last week or so. You never know what's going to come through day in, day out. But my time being here at TMZ, I've been here almost 4 years, and I've never seen something like this come into us. You know, consistently, you know, getting these tips, working with the FBI. I mean, we spoke directly with the FBI. We are helping the FBI, giving them everything that we have. And it's really interesting, you know, the fact that this was sent to us. First, we know 2 other stations in Arizona and Tucson area were sent that first initial alleged ransom note. But the fact that they keep sending it to us, you know, we are doing everything that we can to help the investigation.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for keeping us updated. We appreciate it, and we'll continue to follow.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.